46 years. The last 10 years, it's been something else. The last 10 years, I've just made some changes, started thinking outside the box. I started the Predator Potion thing 3 years ago. I've had my 3 best seasons since I started making my own bait. What I will sell you is the same stuff I use. I don't doctor my stuff up. But anyway, enough about me. I do trap the whole season. They give us 2 more weeks in February, so we trap till in February. So we start November 15th, and then we go through till February, whatever it is, 28th, 29th, it's been a leap year. So I did trap 106 days this year, and I caught 1,562 animals. Wow. So I'm not just a coyote guy, I'm not just a bobcat guy. I'm weird, I like to trap everything. If I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna catch opossums, skunks, raccoons, and everything. Because if I just go in here and try to catch a cat, I'll probably catch 1 or 2 cats this week. But I'm spending $20 of gas a day or whatever, 60 bucks every 3 days. I'm burning $120 worth of gas. So if I'm just trapping cats and I'm having a bad week, I don't like to run empty traps. I like to have animals. And for you youngsters, you still get excited over a possum or raccoon, because if you're not catching them, but I do things to keep them other animals out of my sets. Number one, when I come in, let's pretend this is a hot location. Well, I know a lot of you guys don't have very many traps. You come in and set 1 trap, right? 1. If this is a hot location, 1's not even gonna cover it. I'm gonna at least set 3. But I will probably come over here on this trail coming down the fence, put a dog proof right here. Okay? I got it set. I'm not going to set a dog proof there. But I want to keep this trap open for that bobcat or that coyote coming around. Everything runs down a fence. And when you got an opening in a fence, whether they're coming from this direction or this direction, this is a tremendous. You guys see what we got here? There's nothing going through the fence. If this runs a 1/4 mile, 100 yards, this is a perfect location. So you guys, when you start thinking of location, that's when you're gonna start becoming better trappers. And that's what I've done the last 10 years. Because I can walk in a place, look, and I see, oh, I need to put a set here, set it here. I'm not walking around going, perfect spot. There's not a perfect spot. You've got to use what you have here. I don't bring a lot of stuff in, because I think that scares them away. These animals, this is their turf. They know this land. And if you start bringing enough stuff in, I tried a skull bone on a coyote skull one time, and I never caught nothing on it. It was too big. They were avoiding it. But a little bit about my traps. I just paint them. I use Rust-Oleum. I power wash them at the end of the season. This is my go-to trap, the Duke 650 Pro. I'm not telling you to go buy bunch of these. You use whatever you got. I've been able to upgrade my equipment. This was my favorite trap, but look at the difference. Quite a difference, right? When I started using these 650 Pros, I went from catching 40 and 50 cats to 60 and 70. I was eliminating the misses, because how many times do you have your trap set here and your coyote or cats hit here and here and you're missing? You guys, does anybody ever miss anything? Oh, yeah. Do we catch everything that's there? Well, the bigger trap helps that. Now, I'm not telling you go, like I said, go buy new traps, but there's things we can do here. So anyway, I'm gonna try to make 3 sets. I hope I got time. So we got a fence. Anything coming around here is gonna go through here. Perfect location. I'm flagging almost all my cat sets now. It doesn't take much. This isn't a very good flag. It's from last year. I'm gonna have new ones. But anything coming down through here is gonna see this. That's better. Anyway, so I always use 2 smells at each location. Like I say, like James, he put the dog. I like a dog trap. Make sure you bed it. I use toilet paper. It's got to be unscented. I tried some 1-ply, that don't work very good. 2-ply. Learned it from a pro trapper. simple. I can put it over, use it in there. I always use my gloves, protect my hands when I'm setting, and I take my gloves off when I'm putting the bait and lure down. So, make sure it's bedded down. It is, and the only soft spot's right there, okay? And as far as 6 inches back, 2 inches back, whatever, you got to do what works for you. I know Galen sets right up to the hole. I don't. I like back a little bit because too many animals, I think, will come up and sniff and then they go on. How many times have you had the animal come in and you saw tracks and you missed him by that much? So what I do is I use multiple smells. I might punch a hole here, and then a hole here, and then I might put a little bit up here. It's kind of a triangle. James was talking about that. If I just use one smell and he don't like it, he's gonna come up and smell it and go on, and you're gonna miss him. And if it's a cat, it may be 10 days before he comes back. So I don't wanna miss him. If he's there, I wanna catch him. And that's something I have done the last 3 or 4 seasons by using multiple smells, is catching that cat when he's there. Because if you don't, he may not, if it's Tom, he may be 2 miles down the river, you know, and you may only trap that thing for a week. But I do trap. I trap for 2 weeks and then I move. But I'm constantly moving traps every weekend. I still work, guys. I still work for a living. I have a tire and auto shop. So I know all the farmers in my area. I've got permission from probably 150 farmers and ranchers in part of 3 counties. So I'm really blessed to have the land I do. And then I do nuisance work. I trap in Wichita. I actually trapped a couple skunks. I got 2 calls close to where I work my aircraft job. I work 8.5 hours of aircraft after I leave my tire shop. So don't give me this, we don't have time. Because you can always make time if you're willing to do it. If you're willing to put the work in, but you gotta manage your time. Because the thing about trapping is not like deer hunting. Oh, I can go hunting today, go sit in a tree. Trapping, you get the trap set, you gotta check them every day. And then the more you catch, the more you gotta skin. And then, so it is a job. But to me, trapping is just fun. I can go out and pound 75 traps in and be dragging my butt that night. And I can't wait to get up the next morning and go check my sets. So anyway, traps is set. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm using this, okay? I'm just gonna say this is my #1 bait, or one cat gland. I'm gonna put a little down in the hole, and a little bit up there, and a little bit there. So the thing about the multiple is that you want him moving his feet. Because if he comes around here, and he don't catch his attention, the flag should catch his attention, but if it doesn't, the bait and lure will. And I just get about a tablespoonful, stick her down in there. And any passing cat, coyote, coon, whatever. My DP is gonna catch the coon. Hopefully I don't catch 5 coon in here tonight. It happens. I don't know how to avoid coons and skunks, but I'm gonna catch skunks, guys. I caught 97 skunks and I made $1,000 on my skunks. So anybody turning down them $10 skunks, I don't know. You must have a lot more money than I have. But that's the thing with me. When I set a location, I'm gonna put 4 or 5 traps there. If it's a good location. And I'm gonna walk out of here with a possum, 2 coon, and a bobcat. You start doing that, put it in your truck, you go to the next location, same thing. Time you get done running your line, you've got 40 or 50 animals in the back of your truck. I know that sounds crazy, guys, but it happens. And then you go, oh crap, I gotta skin all that stuff. But that's when you call for help. But anyway, I mean, does that look like a good set? It's kind of a blind set because it's natural. I don't doctor things up a lot. I make it as natural as it can be because the animal's coming around the corner and goes, I got him. Doesn't hurt. People worry about these traps hurting the animal. So that's one good set. You can put a big dirt hole. I didn't put any feathers. Sorry guys, I'm ahead of myself. Put a few feathers around. James don't like feathers. I love feathers. That's just killer. Cats like birds. I caught a big cat one time, had a big full belly, and I cut him open, he had a pheasant in him. So, all right, I'm gonna make you guys get up. Come here, we're going over here. I want you guys I gotta get you guys thinking about location. Because as soon as you figure that out, you guys are gonna be trappers. I spent a lot of years learning location.
We'll watch from everywhere.
As soon as it starts picking,